Tjeckien, även där 2-0 i set. I kvartsfinalen är alltså Aravane Rezai från Spanien, även där 2-0 i set. Och i gårdagens semifinal, från Tjeckien, även där 2-0 i set. Fransyskan har alltså inte tappat ett enda set på vägen fram till den här finalen.
Welcome to the wonderful beachside setting of the centre court here at the Bastad Tennis Stadium on the west coast of Sweden for what promises to be a cracking final in the Collector Swedish Open. All four top seeds featured in yesterday's semi-finals, and it was these two players here on centre court now who came out of those matches victorious. The last time this happened was at Wimbledon last year, and so the final here will be between fourth-seeded Gisela Dulko of Argentina, and in your picture there, second-seeded Frenchwoman Aravane Rezai. So Rezai has charmed the Bastad spectators this week with first a textbook straight sets win over Lila Ostalo of the United States, followed by an equally comprehensive victory against Renata Varokova of the Czech Republic. And then in the quarters, this rising French star dispatched the Spaniard Aranska Parasantonia in no uncertain terms, and finally Aravane Rezai ensured her progress to today's final by putting paid to the third-seeded Czech Lucy Safarova's ambitions of challenging for the title. And the Frenchwoman has yet to drop a set in this contest. You can see there we just had a picture of Mohamed Layani, the umpire. He'll be overseeing things for us here this afternoon. A very experienced umpire on both the WTA and the ATP circuits. So the fourth-seeded Argentinian Gisela Dulko comprehensively outclassed a local wildcard entrant, Ellen Algarin, in straight sets in her opener. A very tough second-round battle against Germany's Tatjana Malek followed. And she had to defend 4 break points in that battle to claim her semi-final spot. And then she beat Croatian qualifier Ana Veljic, who was forced to retire when she was down 5-love in the first set due to an injury. And then yesterday, in no uncertain terms, the diminutive Argentinian sent her close friend and doubles partner, top-seeded Flavia Pennetta, crashing out of contention in straight sets. And this will be Gisela Dulko's first final appearance on the tour so far this year. You can see there from the shot of the crowd, it's filling up all the time here at centre court. It's a very hot day, some 31 degrees centigrade currently, and with quite high humidity. It's pretty hot out there for these two players. And the weather forecast looks good for the duration of all play today. There's a slight chance of a shower, but we should be okay. So in this contest between these two, Gisela Dulko leads Aravane Rezai in their head-to-head by 2-0. And both of those matches came back in 2008, with Dulko winning once on clay and once on grass. But Rezai obviously is a very different and much improved player now. Back then she was in the 50s in terms of ranking, but now she's ranked number 21 in the world. And in terms of where they're at with finals, Rezai is 3 for 2 in finals and Dulko is 3 for 3. So she's got a 100% record, the Argentinian. But both of our finalists today are hoping for a 4th singles title today.
2 minutes. Test. 2 minutes.
So here in Bastad is a very popular stop on the tour for the ATP for the men, which follows this week.
Test.
And the WTA tour joined the men's here last year. In terms of location, Bastad is in Skåne County in Sweden with nearly 5,000 inhabitants. It's in a lovely sheltered bay with the Hollandian Ridge stretching behind it, and the town actually borders the shore. And in fact, the centre court here is pretty much right on the beach. Wonderful setting. And apparently it's known as the Saint-Tropez of the north of Europe by 1 or 2 people. So really the difference between these 2 girls in style of play is really evident in the fact that Rezai is a very aggressive player, getting hold of every point. There's a few familiar faces out there in the crowd, as you can see. Whereas Dulko, Gisela Dulko from Argentina, has a much more graceful, almost balletic style to her play. It'll be interesting to see how things turn out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aravane Rezai won the toss, elect to receive.
As I said earlier, Aravane Rezai is in such good form at the moment. She hasn't dropped a set all the way through the draw. And the action on her ground strokes is simply astounding, especially her backhand. It's almost like the ball is coming straight out of a slingshot or something. So powerful. The 2 very different styles on show here at centre court today. But both deserved finalists, it has to be said. As I said, a most challenging match in the second round. However, she did have a quarter final which didn't last very long at all. She was up 5-love in the first set and